What is up, guys? Welcome back to the guide. I don't really need to travel anywhere, but I am gonna go ahead and get my Eustace up to the final level, which is plus 10. Such is the case for the Ashen. If you have it equipped, it will just automatically be level 10 as well. I think it's because they share properties and whatnot. If you don't really worry about it. The only thing that I'm not 100% about is the Ashen Eustace Flask. If you have it equipped and you have charges on it, and if you get more shards throughout your next playthrough, if they will move over. But I don't think, no, I don't have any more. Alright. I can probably level up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Yep. Burn. But this is what I was saying about Greirat's Ashes. Now that it's actually in your inventory, you can give Umbral Ash. Oh yeah. And now you'll instantly have a bunch of them, as well as Greirat's entire inventory, including a bunch of. You can get infinite twinkling Tianites. I already have 39, or you can get the limited ones. I think if you have the dragon, you can immediately get them. I might just spend it on getting a couple dozen more of the chunks, because there might be a weapon I want. But yeah, now his entire inventory is now part of the Handmaidens. Now you can come back here at any point and just grab a whole bunch of stuff. So yes, it is combining two shops into one, but not really worry about it. We were going to go ahead and finish up the Grand Archives. Well, we did the interior. Now we're going to do the exterior, or the final exterior, which is the roofs. There's not really a whole lot more when it comes to it. You gotta defeat the Twin Princes, and we're gonna be going straight into the end game. So the end game I'll be leaving as a small episode for itself, because no wait, she didn't have a Titanite slab supposedly. Though you can get a Titanite slab off of her, but I don't know how. I think there might be some ashes up ahead or something. But now go ahead and take the shortcut that you've already unlocked. And it just immediately takes you straight to where you were. It's kind of good that they're, yeah, just go ahead and send it back down. Now, before we go off and do all of that and deal with that malarkey, we're going to go ahead and explore behind us. Because trust me when I say, you're going to want to. Now, you got the 3 golden boys up there, but we won't take them on just yet. What you want to do, though, you can see exactly where you fought the NPCs. Come on over here. If you want to lure them down, just wander up a little bit more, and you can just lure them. But you come up here. If you're sneaky enough, even if you come down here, come to the last one, come all the way over here, and there's an item. The last Eustace shard. And now you got a maxed out Eustace whenever you go and put on the shard. We are going to go ahead and lure the big boys, though, because we don't want to. Why aren't they being attacked? Why aren't they coming? Okay, there they go. Once they get activated, they will eventually just stay up there. They'll just be wandering around doing a patrol. But let's see here. We're going to go ahead and lure them. Because dealing with them one-on-one isn't terrible. There we go. Come on, big boy. Yes, these guys can be backstabbed. I don't... If you can try to get 2 backstabs on them. Only downside about these guys, they don't respawn, so while that is a good chunk of souls, don't be expecting to get any more. Where are the other 2? There's one. Let's see if we can lure him away from his brother. These are the only 3 golden boys. Try not to lure them. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and take a swig of Eustace. Eustace. Huh. Do watch out for the Pillars of Light. We'll be getting that ability soon. Yes, they do a flying version now. I powered right through it. Go ahead and kill him. And now for his last brother. I don't know if they're brothers or whatnot, but I'm just gonna assume it. Once you got pretty much 2 out of the 3 down, taking on the last guy. You can just go ahead and come up here, kick his butt. Huh. Oh, well, I didn't really need to heal, but... Whenever they do the overhead thing, just follow them. Alright, there we go. And you get a Titanite slab. And you get some Titanite chunks or large Titanite, depending on how good you're... Don't go down there just yet. We are going to get a special ring that actually, if you're a Dex build, will help you. Don't think there's any more items down there. I'll have to double check real quick. I might be mistaken. That's going to be a whole lot of BS that we're not going to... The Hunter's Ring. Now, if you get a little bit of lore, you'll find out that the Hunters don't exist. A little tidbit of information there. I think there might be an item. No. Is this anything? No. So... This is like a good place to hold out, I guess. So that it's kind of useless. But we are going to go ahead and... This is kind of where you have to judge. Be very careful and walk. And... Go ahead and fall right onto the cage. Go ahead and fall, but do be careful. There is an opening somewhere. There used to be. And you can get the Divine Pillars. Go ahead and fall down over here. Remember when I said we could access a chest over that direction soon? We will. Over that direction. Now, walk on back. Do be careful, though. Because now there's a little slug boy. And get yourself a blessed gem. preferably do a roll. I got lucky. Just go ahead and squish him. And go ahead and wander your way down. And now, 2 regular chests. With a bunch of twinkling titanite. And I think like one other thing. Oh yeah, divine blessing. And that's pretty much what's over here. To get back, it's pretty much as simple. You climb through this, and then you can go back to the same way. Although I'm not going to really worry about that, because now we are done. I am going to homeward bone my way back to the Firelink, because trust me when I say, you're going to need as much help as possible for the next part. And I will not reiterate that anymore, because you will need as much help as possible. So if you have to, and you got some powerful souls, level up, do what you need to do, because it is going to suck. So go ahead and go to the Shrine Bonfire, do what you need to do, level up. If you have to, level up your shield, even though it's kind of pointless, because it only raises the attack. Interesting fact is you can attack with shields, and it will actually count as attack damage. So if you want to run a shield only run, just legitimately just put your, just hold triangle or hold Y, depending on which console you're playing on. Or if you're playing on PC, I don't know your buttons, so no offense, don't care. Because I will forever always hold against you guys that about the... Never mind. I'm gonna just probably edit that out. If not, then you know what, just ignore anything I just said, because I honestly don't play PC. And plus, not to mention, I've been considering getting a PC anyway, so I can't say shit. I can't say anything. That is a lot of... So, honestly, we're gonna go ahead and sell our homeward bones. You can do it too if you want to. All you're going to be doing is just getting a lot of bonus extras. If you want to, you can sell anything here if you want to. I've only been keeping up with it because it's best to be over-prepared than under-prepared. A good friend once told me about that. I'm going to go ahead and grab me one of those. And notice how the prices are different, though. Interesting little fact. And sure. That's because Greyrats prices stay the same. Even in the hands of the handmaiden, and while she is still mad that I killed her, reality sakes is that she's... Now, there is one more shortcut, and it's basically how to get to the prince fight right off the bat. I'm gonna just show you though that this is gonna be no laughing matter, and this will be the epitome of absolute pain. So... And it's a straight up endurance test. I don't mean just using stamina either. I literally mean it will be an endurance of how much grit you have. And trust me when I say you're going to want to send this back. Because this part is going to suck. Because you have to be tactical and very knowledgeable of what enemies. So that's kind of why I'm also making this, because it will kill you a bunch of times. And see, golden boys are gone. Oh, I did forget an item. Thought I got that item. Oh well, let me go get it real quick. Forgot what it was. Probably like a titanite chunk, if I had to guess. It's also good to not go in with a whole lot of souls, so just in case you die like multitudes of times, you won't be but frustrated whenever... Oh, it is a giant soul. Well, anyway. There's nothing really over that direction, so don't really worry yourself about going that way. It's aesthetically pleasing, but it's nothing. Oh... Let's see here. Anything over here? Nope. Okay. I'm just double checking too, because there's sometimes new items that I forget were even there, and sometimes I bypass them. So now we go for the grit. There is a whole legion of undead warriors. You'll probably get a lot of those, but these are just... Come on. Yes, crossbowmen are going to be abundance here. It's best to just try to take them out as quickly as possible. If you have to, just keep rolling and keep moving out of the way. Yeah, and that's another problem, is knights. Knights will be in abundance here. There's no official cheese way. Just, if you need to, fall back, kind of get yourself behind a barrier. If you can, try to lure the knight away from his compadres, then it will be a little bit easier, because there's going to be 3 more knights that come down after this guy, and he is a red eye, so do take that in mind. I can actually lure him. Come on. If you really want to kinda... Spear boys take a minute to even get into any position, so... If you want to, you can just ignore them completely. Which I'm going to do, and I'm going to go take care of the crossbow boys. But see, there's already a knight perched. Once you reach the stairs, or... My goodness. Oh, I forgot that. I want to at least get the... wouldn't mind them. But yeah, that is pretty much the initial attack. Now, there is a final attack, which is basically 3 more Lothric Knights, which if you got the power, you can take them all on. I wouldn't suggest that though. That's 2 spears and a 2-handed sword, so it will literally be the absolute epitome of hell. So, not to mention, one thing about Dark Souls, numbers are always against you. So if you honestly want to be good, try to get to the exit first. But since you're coming... yeah, and they buff. And they buff their equipment. Though they do have a little bit of a somewhat exploit. They can only go that far. They can't go much further. Their AI tracking cannot go much further than that edge, except for the 2-handed sword boy. He can actually come all the way down to these stairs, I think. Okay, maybe not for the spear boy. Let's see if I can just lure 1 at a time. Okay, yeah, see? I want to try to lure 1 at a time, but that may be a little bit harder than it looks. Not to mention, spear boys are the worst ones to deal with, because they like to do the shield bash, which I somewhat hate. They really need to stop with the shield bashing. Okay, are you gonna do anything other than the shield bash? Oh, well, yeah. You're gonna die. Yeah, you'll be collecting a lot of shards if you do decide to farm these guys. I wouldn't suggest it though, because this can be a pain in the butt. But I got plenty of time. So I'm gonna do this just because I've done it couple of times, but basically the way to get past them is just like run and come over here, and this is the shortcut. Come to the right, but make sure you hit the button, otherwise he can come in and kill you at any point. I don't think he's actually going to. But now that you've activated the shortcut, you can actually get another Titanite slab. I do remember that. Roll off. Yes, we are at Dragon Slayer armor now. This is the quickest way to it, sadly. But notice how there's another elevator. It's good to just make sure that this one's already down, because this one can sometimes trip you up and take the run a little bit longer than you need to. But if you come all the way down here, there's a body. And he holds a Titanite slab. Chick does, Handmaiden does sell one eventually, but I forget when. I think it's one. I think it's once you officially beat Soul Ascender, but don't quote me on that. But I'm gonna go ahead and rest at the bonfire, kind of let this come down, and then it will be good. That's where we got red tearstone ring. All of this is kind of feels like it's been forever, doesn't it? It's because honestly, it really hasn't. I'm gonna go ahead and go do this because I forgot to do this. But yeah, no, this is Dragon Slayer armor, and yes, you will be coming to this bonfire now, even on failed attempts. But come here. Yeah, I need to travel to the Firelink. Not to mention I'll grab me a few more embers, because goodness sakes, we got plenty of them now. Twin Princes is seriously the second to last boss in the whole game. So do keep this in consideration. You are near the end. Now, how easy the Twin Princes is also somewhat depends on how many summons you take in and exactly whose quest line you've completed. Cirrus's, it's going to be somewhat easy. She does not have any Estus. I think she officially did away with it. So that's kind of one of her major downfalls. But yeah, no. She did away with all of her Eustace, so now the only way she can heal throughout the fight is legitimately have I was almost about to leave in Reality 6's. I need to put my last shard in. And unfortunately now, if you do have it at 15 and plus 10, it officially can't go any higher. However, I don't know if that's the case if you have the Ashen Eustace Flask. I'm going to go ahead and go take on Twin Princes to kind of give you an idea of how long it's probably going to take you to beat him. Depending on how leveled you are, and depending on how well equipped you are, depending on your armor, depending on all of that, it shouldn't be really that hard of a fight. But if you're going in by yourself and you haven't done Cirrus's quest line, I would highly suggest going and doing it. Even though I think there's a point in where you can still do You can still do the quest line. It's just, it will take... I think you can still do the quest line. Officially, her quest line doesn't come to an end until after Twin Princess officially is dead. And the reason, and you're going to find out real quickly why they're called Twin Princes. And I don't mean to say princess, I'm saying prince is like the plural form of two princes, of a prince. Because this is the final boss. This is the second to final boss. Make sure you're always going up. If you go down, then you've went the wrong direction. But yeah, now I have 4 Titanite slabs. Wow, I got a lot of Titanite slabs. Not enough weapons. My axe? I just realized. If you feel like you need to make sure somewhat have a fast weapon, dang, it's a lot plus. So I could do it, but So if you have in fact did Sirius's quest line and you are embered up. Oh, is she over here? Uh-oh. Oh no, wait, she's actually in there. If you did Oberex though, he will be here. He will be here and you can summon him. He will be the first one you see. Sirius is inside, I just remembered. Because you don't officially go into the boss fight right away. You go in after you climb a set of stairs. She should be off to the left somewhere. Left or right? That is if you accepted her. There it is. If you accepted her as to be one of your compatriots, she will in fact be here. If you did Oberex, he will be back there. But doing that requires you to basically, well, now I don't remember what he's allergic to. If I'm not mistaken, it is in fact magic or dark. I think it's dark. Put on dark for now. But yes, this is now the Twin Princess is boss fight.
Oh dear. Another dogged contender. Welcome, unkindled one, purloiner of cinders. Mind you, the mantle of Lord interests me none. The fire-linking curse, the legacy of lords, then it all faded to nothing. You've done quite enough. Now have your rest.
Hello, Lorien. The dude with the sword is Lorien. Oh yeah, watch out for that. I think dark. Actually, I'm not seeing much of a difference. That's why I say if you can, try to get... Oh, why did I do that? That was a mistake. But the bright news is about her heals is that she can, in fact, heal you, too. And I think she can do it unlimited times, though, so... That's the bright news about her. Downside is she's not exactly strong because she's all. But yeah, no. If you have a heavy weapon, it's a lot of stagger. Going into phase 2, though, it gets a little bit more tricky and she might die. Because you gotta aim for his brother, Lothric.
Dear brother, I am on my way. Brother, I'm wielding the sword of Lothric's prince.
He will basically. His moveset somewhat changes. And now... And now he's died. Honestly, not that hard. Okay, not that hard and immediately gets... Okay, really? Okay, yeah. Yep. I'll do him again. That's still gonna be the one downfall, though, is making sure she can make it to phase 2. Okay, so it is kind of dark. I wonder if fire would be any better. The reason I say this is because generally I go in here, if you have to, switch to a lighter weapon, because then it will give you, like, a lot more. I'm up to 44, so yeah, I can do that. Shoot. Travel back to the fire link. I'm going to switch to a lighter weapon, and I'm going to take him fire. I don't think he is... you know what? I'm actually going to look this up, and I will inform you guys. Really? Okay. Okay. So take that back. He is actually extreme. He's resistant to dark. So dark isn't exactly going to be your best friend. He is immune to that. Dang. Unfortunately, I don't got enough. So wait, didn't I pick up a soul? Oh yeah, buddy. Okay. Purchase, I'm going to need probably like 2. Okay. Come over here. Reinforced weapon. Actually, yes. There we go. Now I have 2 weapons at level 10. because he's actually also weak to electric damage. Now, while this is a split damage, it will still work, and it doesn't take nearly as much. I don't think I can actually put any extra. I don't think I can. So I think if I have this equipped... Really? I can put... Okay. Now we're gonna be in some ballpark range. I might have to cut the video here and just continue on, because I am running low on... Well, not really running that low on time. So let's go ahead and go back to Dragon Slayer armor. I might have to lower the elevator because I think I forgot to send it back. As I said, Cirrus is going to be a useful one, but also a pain because I don't know. I'm gonna have to check the stats on both my one-handed weapons. I would suggest, though, for your first versing, to pretty much be prepared for anything. Hey. Sorry about that. My dogs decided it was a good idea to get into the trash. But anyway, so base stats 210 versus 2. Ooh. No, I'm gonna have to go with that. That's more damage. But at the same time, and see, it's always good to have a lighter weapon on backup, so then you can also make adjustments to your armor if need be. Like, actually, I might go ahead and say equip this. That actually does not look that terrible. Oh, another little tidbit of information I found out. If you actually want to place Fashion Souls, if you press R3, you can actually see your equipment screen and have it. Anyway, a little interesting fact I didn't actually know, but hey, a little bit of tidbit of information. Hey, whatever information I learn, I'm gonna share to you guys. It's fair, right? I think this is the lower one. Oh crap! Yep, it was. I might just go ahead and cut the video here. You know what? Yes, I will. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here. But yeah, that's the Twin Princes fight. I might just go ahead and show that in the next video, so I have a little extra content just to show like about a base of how he will be. If you like the video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification button, and whenever I post again, there we go, and I will see y'all in the next video. Deuces.